All right, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, family. Once again, you're now under the sounds of the voice of Khan Doc, and this is your house walk. Not going to be very long right here. I'm just here to remind you of the webinar that's actually taking place today within a few hours. It's going to start at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. It's going to go from 12 noon to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to take place today, May the 1st. And tomorrow, May the 2nd, most high willing. If you have not already registered, go ahead and get your registrations in now. Prior to this webinar starting, we always have these people that have a tendency that wait until the webinar begins, and then I start to get phone calls because they're unable to log in and refuse to follow instructions. So essentially, what's going to be covered today is the absolute, complete accepted for value process. Very in-depth study on the accepted for value process. Going to show you how Kahanta the doc actually do the accepted for value. And to those of you that's wondering, oh yeah, well I saw you accepted for value on YouTube years ago. This is not the same accepted for value. This method here is totally different. This is a much more thorough process. Obviously, the things that I typically put on YouTube is not something that I teach on the private side. I'm not able to teach most of these things on YouTube that I teach on the private side. So you definitely want to go ahead and register for this particular webinar. I'm going to go over how Taza Doc's authorized agent has actually effectively handled the complete accepted for value process. And then also going to cover the second step, what to do if you get no response. A lot of people are completely unaware on what to do. They usually acquiesce. And since there's already been correspondence back and forth, that means they go into agreement and they form a binding contract with the opposing party. And therefore, they get caught up. And so the third step in that process is what to do if you don't receive a response at all. So as you can see, this is actually going to be a very, very detailed webinar. What to do if you don't get a response, and what to do if you get a negative response. So go ahead and register. And what type of person could this really help? It could assist people that is suffering some large, perhaps student loan debt. Perhaps you're about to be foreclosed upon, and you just, things are feeling hopeless for you, right? You just got laid off, and the bills are piling up, and you have outstanding credit card debt. You actually been using your credit cards to live off of, and you've actually come to the end because now they're about to turn off the credit card, and you just don't know what to do. So this is what you do. You do what's in accordance to House Joint Resolution for Educational Purposes 192 or Public Law 7310 if that is your choice. At least that's what I do. I can't tell you to do that, but this is what I do. So go ahead and click the link. The link is actually in the room, or you can click the link below the video, the YouTube video on YouTube, and go ahead and get registered. Now, there's an ongoing problem that I've actually had, despite how many times I've stated this, and I'll show you how people be debtors, and these type of people will never have any kind of success with this because you don't read, you don't pay attention to detail, and you just don't follow instructions very well. So I may as well go ahead and put this out there. Yet again, I literally have people, at least 3 or 4, that's proceeded to register under a business fictitious name like this person right here, Ledger and Association. I'm going to reiterate as stated, as stipulated in the contract. If you pay under a business or fictitious name, you are not permitted to attend these private meetings. These are private meetings. If you cannot, you know, adhere to these instructions, then you're not worthy of attending my private meetings. Anyways, this type of thing incenses me because this happens week after week after week. Now, this person has an association and are obviously a debtor because you did not take the time to read what, let's give this person the benefit of a doubt. This person obviously did not take the time to read the contract. They just clicked on a link and they signed up under a business fictitious name, which is a violation of the contract. So Ledger and Associates Inc., you are now in violation of the contract and you will not be permitted to attend these private meetings. You see what I'm talking about, Joe Moore? There's always someone that's not listening. There's always someone that figures that they could do what they want to do, but that's not an isolated incident. I won't post some more, but there's another. This one refers to themselves as Nurabe's Healing, Herbal Healing Farmhouse. Now, how can you heal someone when you can't follow simple instructions? I don't. Why are people still doing this? Is this something to try to tick off the authorized agent of Tazadak? I don't know, man. Whatever it is, it doesn't sit very well with me. Why are you accosting me? So we have another one right here. This is a business fictitious name. It is not permitted to register for these webinars under a fictitious business name. What's so difficult about that, William Johnson? Why is it so difficult for folks to follow these instructions? So if you're one of these people and you violated the terms of the agreement, then you are not permitted to attend these private meetings. These are private meetings. This is not public. You just see in the public, it's on YouTube. These are private meetings, and we reserve the right to decide who's going to attend these private meetings. Now, the reason that people come here is because something's deficient, because you need help with something deficient in your life. But you got to pay attention to detail. Otherwise, this is never going to change. So these people you donated, you paid under these fictitious names. I'll give you the opportunity. Right now, you have approximately 2 hours and a half to repair the injury that you've actually caused the authorized agent of Kahan Tazadak, and you're now in breach of the contract. You was actually notified of these terms via the disclaimer in the said contract. You are now in violation of the contract. Receive the benefits of the contract by not attending, should I say, the webinar, nor being capable of receiving a refund. Why are you accosting me? But nevertheless, enough of that. So once again, before I end this short video, you're invited to attend the webinar today. It is actually, in fact, a private meeting. We're operating on the private side. So come on in and learn something. Learn how to get rid of your debts. Roosevelt put this thing into place. I'm just educating people on the remedy that's before them that most people are utterly unaware of. Now, if this is your first time hearing this, What do you have to lose? A C note? $100 for something that could possibly change your life for the better? I would say that is a hell of a bargain. You take risks every day. Why not take a risk for the betterment of your life? Why not take a risk to receive some knowledge that's really going to enlighten you and deprogram you? You will be astonished by what you thought you knew. You will utterly be astonished. And I know you will say, well, there's so many people out here doing this. Well, I'm dissident. My methods are through the spirit of the Creator and his Son. This is Yahweh's fault, as you say, God. This is why this is so dissident. It's so different. There is no one else on the web, the internet, that does this stuff quite like Kahan Tazadak. This is divinely inspired by the Most High and his Son. This is right knowledge for real. This is not a game. This is not a gimmick. This is not a scam. Time and time, like a guy last night, the guy comes on and he said, I would change my life. I discharged $30,000 student loan. I said, why didn't you come on and give a testimony? See, it's people like that that causes an injury. You go and get remedy and you don't show any appreciation. Other than I deal with people like that. I prefer dealing with people to get back. So go ahead, register for the webinar now, and I'll see you today at 12, most high willing. You could go ahead and register. It's not too late. Even if the webinar has already started. Let me say something here. Even if the webinar has already started and there's only an hour left, let's say it's 5 o'clock and there's only an hour left, the amount of information that you get within that hour is way over a damn $100. So I don't give a damn what time you come in, man. The amount of information that you will receive is much more worth that. It's worth far more than that, should I say. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Change your life. Change your mindset. Do better. You can have anything you want. You can have anything in life that you want. But not a moment before you stop making excuses as to why you can't have it, why you can't get it. So get up and get after it. Tell the doc so you know who said it. It's your house work. Register for the webinar right now. Shalom.